Hello, welcome back. We took a few days off from these videos. We appreciate everybody joining us. It's a beautiful day today. We're going to continue this engagement series, Engaging in Battle. I'm Dave Goodwin with Original Privateer, and thanks for tuning in, and thanks for everybody that's commenting. We love the comments and the feedback. Comment, share these out to people. Tag a friend. Maybe there's somebody out there that's feeling down or needs a new perspective on life. Share these videos out. These videos are made to help people, not hurt people. And these videos are made to give us a new perspective in life, to change how we think, to get out of the cycle of thinking that we've always had. I want to pick up where we left off on our engagement video series, Engaging in Battle. Who out there wants to change their life or the course of their life? Who wants to find more peace and joy? Who wants to conquer the battles they're fighting? And again, these battles that we're fighting aren't external, they're internal. They're within our soul realm. They're within the invisible realm. And you can do this, and it starts with believing and focusing on the right stuff. That's the key to it. Like motocross racing, which is something I'm passionate about. It could be car racing though too. It could be many different forms of racing. But in motocross racing, even when I was teaching my wife to ride, or my kids ride, my daughters, my son, I noticed when we begin to learn to ride, when we're going around the corner, we want to look down, right? We want to look down where we're going, like down at our fender, down at our tire. But that actually limits our ability. But if we look through the corner, then we go where our eyes focus. Our bike follows where our focus is at. So if we're looking through the corner, that's where we're going to go. But we have a tendency to want to look down where we're at instead of looking forward. And I think that's helped me so much in life, as far as using that metaphor. Same with riding a Harley. I remember coming down a mountain road and, coming into a corner way too hot. And if I was to look down at where I was going, I probably would have never made the corner. I would have piled it up. But the only thing that saved me was looking through the corner and where I wanted to go. Instead of looking right in front of me or right down, I looked through the corner. So I think in life, we almost have to use that metaphor too, is our life is going to be where our focus is at. What we're focusing on is how our life's going to be. And if we're focusing on all the bad and we're focusing on our feelings, then our life essentially becomes what we're feeling. So if we're feeling bad, that's how our life's going to be. And I just want to say that the biggest limiting factor in our life is fear. We have got to understand that. But behind every limitation, behind every stifle is fear. Fear is the culprit. And until we face those fears head on, there will be no growth. There will be no breaking any patterns. There will be no breaking any cycles in our life if we don't face those fears. And the only way we can face those fears is through truth. Through truth, what you believe, what you focus on. A lot of us we're all a part of, some of us may be Buddhist, some of us may be Christians, some of us may be atheists, some of us may not know what we are. The truth is, I literally have friends that are atheists, I have friends that are Buddhist, I have friends that are Christian, and I have friends that don't know what the hell they are. And you know what? I love them all. They're awesome. It's for me, I'm a Christian. But even with me being a Christian, even with me going to church, I love reading the Bible. I have many Bibles. I like reading out of the Amplified. I like reading out of my 1984 version of the NIV. I even have a newer 2011 version of the NIV. I love reading the Bible. But you know what? It is useless if it's not applied. Okay? Again, it is useless if it's not applied. Some of you are probably like, whoa, that's pretty heavy, right? The truth is the truth. Whether it's the Bible, whether it's whatever it is that leads you in life, wherever you gain the truth from, whether it's philosophy, psychology. For me, I love psychology, but to me, science is just proving everything the Bible already talks about. Faith isn't just a word. Faith is the action of your belief, okay? So if you're living in a box in your comfort zone and you're full of fear and you don't want to step out of that box, or you don't want to change your thinking, where's the faith in that? Faith is the action of your belief. Well, challenge yourself and take a chance. That's where your faith will come alive. Take a leap of faith. You know, there's a scripture that says you're either going to have you're going to have to choose life or death, a blessing or a curse. It's free will. Well, all that happens in the soul realm. All that happens in the mind. The way we think is either a blessing or a curse. The way we think is either life or death. And what happens is we have generated a program within ourselves. The way we think, how long we've been thinking a certain way has created a pattern, right? If you don't get your tires rotated on your car, your tires develop a pattern on the tires, right? Well, our life is like that. If we don't stop and have some self-awareness, then we develop a pattern. And the only way to change that pattern is to go to battle. Is to go to battle with every thought we have and challenge it. And challenge it against what? Against opinion? Against what the world says? Against what your buddy says that thinks worse than you? Or my friend that gives me bad advice? Is that what we challenge it against? No, we challenge it against truth, the truth of life. And in order to apply that truth, that's where faith comes in. Faith is the action of believing that truth. So I don't care what you read, how much you read it, how much you're involved in. If there's no application there, it's dead. Faith is dead. Your faith is dead unless it's applied. And until we break free from the fears that bind us in life, everything in this world is going to control us. So let's talk a little bit about our thinking and our personality. I said in the last video, our personality is made up of our patterns, right? Our coding. We're programmed a certain way. And this programming occurs from the time that we're little and as we grow through different experiences in our life, through different things that have happened to us, through the different fears that we developed in life, through the different influences we've had in life. All of those things shape our personality. The way we think, the way we react, the way we respond shapes our personality. So how is life for you? Do you want more of something? Do you want more freedom? Do you want more passion? Do you want better relationships? Do you want a passionate marriage or a passionate life? Do you want to live on the surface, or do you want to live deeply? Do you want to love deeply? How are you going to do that if you're utilizing the existing personality that you have? You know, I think it was Albert Einstein that said, the thinking that got you into this position cannot be the thinking that's going to get you out of this position, right? So think about that. You know, Scripture says, take every thought captive. Scripture says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Transform means you're turning into a new person, right? So how are you going to defeat the fears, addictions, these different strongholds that happen in the soul realm? I'm not talking about physical stuff. Most of our battles are spiritual or in the invisible realm. They're in our minds. They're laced in fear and doubt. How are we going to conquer those if we don't change our personality? Because our personality as it is right now is based upon past experiences, right? Is based upon our influences in life, our environment. How are we going to live a passionate life if we're working from that same personality? How are we going to have a passionate relationship that's filled full of love, that's deep, and that we're able to love deeply when our head is clouded with doubt and fear? How are you going to roll up to the motocross track and be the best you can be when you're dealing with all kinds of things? How are you going to get better when you keep going out and making the same mistakes? How? You need to be transformed, right? So what do you have to do? You have to begin to change your pattern. We're programmed a certain way. No different than, it could be anything in life. It could be the way that I don't play golf. I don't know a damn thing about golf, okay? It could be the way you swing that golf club. You've developed a pattern, right? How are you, if you're coming up short, how are you going to get better if you don't change that golf swing? How? Are you just going to keep saying, I have faith, it'll get better? Bullshit. That ain't going to work for you. It sounds good. It sounds cliche, but it ain't going to work. And I know that sounds harsh, right? Hey, I'm a faithful person. But I fall short with that. I use that cliche all the time, and it's crap. I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe in faith. I believe in spirituality. I'm very spiritual. I fall short. I'm a sinner. I'm a big sinner, right? If I did admit to that, I'd be a hypocrite. But I do sin. But I also know the truth. The truth is, faith is dead if my belief system, if what I'm focusing on, if the truth that I know, I don't act on it. Acting on it is faith. Faith is the action of your belief. So if you're out there swinging golf clubs, how are you going to get better? You're going to get better by what? Learning something new, right? Learning how to do it new. How are you going to get better out there on the motocross track if you're going out there doing the same thing over and over? How are you going to increase your lap times? How are you going to become the best you can be if you're going out doing what you've been doing? You're going to have to learn something new, right? Well, that all starts up here in your mental game. And we have a choice. It's free will. That's what free will is. We have a choice. What changes your life are your choices, the decisions you make. And unless you make that decision to change your pattern and who you are, you're going to come up short and you're not going to be the best you can be. You're not going to conquer those fears. You're not going to conquer those addictions. You're not going to conquer those doubts. It's not going to happen. You can beg and plead and read all the quotes and scriptures you want. And until it becomes real to you and you actually apply it, it's dead. We have a choice, life or death. And some of us are like myself, I'm 46. Some of us are dead internally. We're alive, but we're not living like we're living. Don't you want life? What are you doing about it? Choose life. But what are you going to do to accomplish everything that you want to do? I want to thank you, those people out there that are sharing and commenting. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. We love your comments. We love your feedback. And share these videos out. I mean, there may be somebody out there that is struggling with something and just needs a different perspective. These videos aren't made to hurt people or make people feel worse, but I'm not going to sugarcoat shit either. I'm going to try to speak to the best of my knowledge through my experiences or through my learning, but by all means, challenge everything I say. Challenge it. But share these videos out. Maybe they'll encourage somebody. Maybe they'll get somebody to think a little differently than they're thinking, because that's what it takes.